Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. Today we're here to watch a training from our boy John. Unfortunately, I've lost the title of this video, so I don't know what it was called, but clearly I thought it was going to be interesting, so we're just going to react to it together as always. I've not watched this. Before we get into the video, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. That's a nice free way that you can support my channel, if you would like to, of course. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here.
Do you want to build a real business? Or do you want to build a business where you have to rely on hype and timing and getting lucky and you're having to hop from company to company every couple of years because you can't build a real business?
Yeah, you're literally describing MLMs right off the bat. It's literally not a business. You're joining as an independent contractor. You do rely on hype and luck because statistically you have 99% of chances of never making any profit.
I would imagine most of you are wanting to build a long-term business. Most of you are probably wanting to build a business that's sustainable. You want to build long-term success. You want to build a legacy.
Not with the generic ad music. It's so weird that he does this to his videos.
You want to build an empire. You want an income where you actually earn money years down the road based on work you do today, tomorrow, and next week. This is something I hear all the time, and it's like, dude, snap out of it. Like, oh, I'm just not motivated. Where do you think motivation comes from? It comes from taking action. It comes from commitment, habits. You have to develop habits. Some of you have bad habits. You have habits, they're just bad habits, right? Like smoking cigarettes, that's a bad habit, right? Drinking every night, probably a bad habit. Eating donuts and pastries for breakfast, bad habit. Scrolling, getting caught in the scroll hole. You're consuming content instead of creating content.
I'm sorry, Mr. Perfect. What is this? Like, why does he have to be so rude? I really feel bad for people who watch his content regularly because I feel like he always has this condescending tone and I really don't like that. I don't like it at all.
Bad habit versus good habit, right? Exchange the cookie for an apple, right? Exchange scrolling to creating content. Don't scroll other people's content, create your own content.
If you're eating a cookie or two per day, there's no need to, it depends, but if you don't have any health issues, just eat the damn cookie.
Right? Instead of small talk and chit chat, which, listen, I know we want to build relationships, right? This is really relationship marketing. It's not network marketing as much as it is relationship marketing, but if you want to build a long-term business, you have to actually talk about your business. You have to talk to people about your products and opportunity. So I'm going to talk about these 5 steps to building the business of your dreams. Whether that's a 6-figure income, a 7-figure income. I know some of us can't even imagine building a 7-figure income. I still have a tough time believing I make as much as I make. I still have a tough time believing this is like real life, right? I'm constantly like...
I love the subtle flexing. Oh, look, I'm so humble, but I'm so rich. I can't even believe that I'm so rich.
Pinching myself. Like, how is this real that I have this business? But with the success comes just as much adversity, just as much struggle. And you might think like, you know, the top people in your company, like you look up to them and you're like, oh, it must be nice. But you have no idea what it really took to get there. So I'm gonna give you some real talk. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Because in business, whether you're in a network marketing business, traditional business, it doesn't matter what you do, everything worth doing is hard. You have to get over this mediocre mindset, like thinking it's supposed to be easier or that the world owes you something. No one owes you anything. You have to show up every freaking day and earn it. So I'm gonna talk about habits. I'm gonna talk about the steps to success. What we've done to build the business of our dreams so you don't have to rely on hype. You don't have to rely on...
What you've done is you joined a network marketing company like 4 years ago at this point. So you joined early enough to reach the top and to be successful. And ever since then, in my opinion, you've been riding on that wave. Your YouTube channel has like 14K or something subscribers, which is great, good number. But his videos are not getting good views. So like his audience is not really paying attention to what he's posting and talking about. I could go on, but I won't.
Getting in early and getting lucky, that is not a recipe for success. You need to learn how to build a real business, whether you're in an older company, a younger company, a network marketing, or you know, whatever these companies are calling themselves these days, MLM. The bottom line is you got to learn how to recruit and you need to learn how to sell. You need to learn how to...
It's multi-level marketing. It's like whatever they call themselves. They are MLMs. It's not like they're nicknaming themselves. It's an MLM. That's part of him being condescending, I feel like. Just trying to not give it too much importance when it absolutely is. When you see that a company is an MLM, I think you should run in the other direction.
Learn how to teach your people to recruit and teach them how to sell. It's a very simple business. This ain't rocket science. So I'm going to get into it because I think, number one, would you agree that this is probably the most important, and that's leads. If you have leads, you have people buying your products, you have new people joining you. If you have leads, you have no reason to go somewhere else because you have new people you're talking to. Right? So this should be the primary focus. And there's two ways to find leads. You ready? Prospecting, marketing. That's it. There are no other answers. You're either proactively, intentionally reaching out to people, cold market, warm market, lead with the product, lead with the business. Online, offline, doesn't matter. You're either intentionally reaching out to people or you're learning how to build the brand, create curiosity, right? How to market on social media so that people come to you. Now, your job, your goal is to turn a lead into an actual prospect. So step one is learning how to market. Most of the people you reach out to are going to ghost you, ignore you. They're not going to buy from you yet. It takes time. It's a numbers game. We say this all the time. But at the same time, you do want to continue nurturing that relationship. You don't want to just give up on someone because they ignored you or they said, no, not now, no, not yet, right? This is a very common thing. And by the way, even when you do recruit people, there's still a lot of people that do nothing. And I know you hate hearing that. I know that's discouraging, but it is not your responsibility to help someone else have success. You can't do the work for them. I will never give up on anybody, but I'm not going to chase after someone. I'm not going to beg them to get rich with me. I'm not going to beg them to introduce me to people or follow the system or work, right? But at the same time, I know that it is a numbers game in every sense of the word. It's a numbers game with how many videos I do, content I put out, conversations I'm having, follow-ups, the people that actually buy the product, that actually continue to order the product, the people that join the team, the people that actually work, the people that decide to step into their potential and go.
It's so annoying and it's so predatory. Like, don't give up on these people because maybe with time you can befriend them or you can become closer and you can manipulate them to buy or to join your team. It's nothing that we haven't heard before, right? This is nothing innovative. And maybe that's the reason why people stop watching John's videos, apparently, allegedly, from the view count on his YouTube channel. But actually, I feel like he's just repeating the same old stuff over and over again.
Go to events and invest in themselves. All these things take time. It takes effort. It takes like sorting through the duds to find the studs. You're going to have to be okay with the fact that a lot of people are not ready. They're not ready to buy. They're not ready to join. But this is why you have to constantly fill your funnel. Write that down. That is tip number one. Leads. Filling your funnel. You're not going to sign up 10 people this month if you talk to 7. You're not going to enroll 10 people this month if that's your goal. If you talk to 20, you're probably going to have to talk to 100 people about your opportunity just to get, 50 that say, yes, I'll look at it, to get maybe 5 to 10 to join. And then out of those 5 to 10, maybe 1 to 2 actually take action and do the work. It's frustrating, I know, but guess what? So is being...
Where exactly are you supposed to pull those people out of your ass? Because the majority of people in MLMs don't have a huge following on social media. Where are they going to find all these people continuously? And then if you keep messaging that many people on social media, you're just going to get blocked. The apps are going to think that you are a bot. Terrible advice. Just terrible advice.
Broke. So teaching people how to market the products to build a customer base and or reaching out to people, that's it. And by the way, you want to max out your comp plan? You do both. What would your life look like if you could 10x your income? You want to 10x your income? I guarantee you do. Then 10x the amount of people you're talking to. And stop relying on social media. The second piece to the puzzle is becoming a great connector. See, people will do business with people they know, like, and trust, and people that actually care about them and their goals, their interests. So the one thing about me that I've become very, very good at is connecting, like communication. I know how to talk to people.
You mean manipulate people, in my opinion?
And you might say, what book did you read? Look, there is a good book called How to Win Friends and Influence People that I would recommend. all of you check that out. But what it really boils down to sum up the book real quick, it's asking questions, getting to know people, actually listening to people, learning their names, saying their name, finding out their goals and their personalities and what they are driven by, what they are motivated by. Because the truth is, most people are going to struggle. And it's not going to be that they can't succeed in business. It's that they can't get over their fear of failure or their frustration or embarrassment because they're not getting the results yet. You have to be okay with the fact that like there are some people that you're just not going to relate to or you're going to say all the wrong things to, but you just can't care. I wish I could somehow get you to just not care and not take it personally when someone says no, or they quit, or they cancel, or they say your product sucks, or you suck, or I'm not interested, or I don't have money, or I don't have time. It's like, okay, next. Some will, some won't, some wait, some watch, so what, next. People are like Santa Claus. They're always watching. So just keep moving forward. Just keep going, but get better at connection, get better at asking questions, get better at communicating with people, because the reason my close ratio is so much better than yours, yes, it's because I have more influence and blah, 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 all that, but also I'm just...
And you've been in network marketing for 20 plus years. Very, very important, John. But let's pretend like it's not that important, right?
Very personable. I'm very likable. Like, that sounds weird for me to be like, I'm so likable. But like, I can tell when I'm talking to people and they...
I can see it for other people, you know, because he's very talkative and people seem to like people who are talkative. But in my personal opinion, I would not agree that you're likable, but okay.
And they can tell that like, I'm actually like a real person. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not super cheesy, cringy. I'm not trying real hard. You ever heard of like a try hard? Have your kids ever said it?
Again, I would beg to differ, in my opinion.
Like, Mom, don't be a try hard. Don't be cringy. The point is like, I don't come on too strong. That kind of confidence where you're like, listen, I want to work with you. But whether you join me or not doesn't make a lick of difference. I'm going to the top with or without you. Even when I wasn't at the top of the comp plan, even when I didn't know if this would work, even when I wasn't super confident, postured, certain, whatever. So this takes time. I know it takes time to develop that level of confidence and certainty, but I want you to have a mindset. I want you to have that mindset, becoming a great communicator, a great connector, asking questions, actually listening to the answers, learning their personality, their hot buttons, what drives them, why they would join you in the first place. Now, number 3, this is key, having an exposure system. Having tools, videos, PDFs, testimonials. Maybe you have a Facebook group. There's this system called ATM. It's kind of a good thing to use, right? Add, tag, message. You add people to a group, tag them in the stuff. What stuff, John? What are they interested in?
Once again, very, very, very extremely old way of doing things in MLMs. Jesus. I don't even know what to say to this. Like, this is just so useless. Such an outdated system to use. I'm speechless.
This is why you're asking questions. Are they interested in making money? They're interested in losing weight. They're interested in anti-aging, collagen. They want to learn more about the company. They want to meet other people. They want to hear stories. Like, if you can organize your guides in your ATM groups so that you have everything people need, so that you can simply share the tool. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. Use a system. Use it could be like a document, a PDF. It could be, the boards app. Like, I know some of this can be overwhelming and daunting. This is why these systems are actually for you. And you're like, who's me? Leaders. Systems are for leaders. The new person is not going to watch all the videos. They're not going to know where all the scripts are and all the tools. And even if you try to make it as simple and step-by-step as humanly possible, I'm telling you, you will never have a perfect system where people just go through it, take action, and just do the work and rank up and bank up. If you get someone like that, you have a unicorn. Those people are few and far between. Most people are so scared and they have such stinking thinking and limiting beliefs. They're not using the scripts. They're not watching the videos. They're not following the steps. They're not downloading the scripts. They're not downloading the app. They don't know what groups or what videos to tag people in. That's why you are their mentor. That's why you're there. That's your purpose. Because there's videos in there, there's testimonials in there, right? The group does a lot of the selling and telling for you. All you got to do is add people to the groups. So if someone says, hey, I'm not growing, like I'm not rank advancing, like I'm not progressing, it's like, okay, how many people did you add to the groups? How many people did you add to the groups last week? How about last month? How many people did you add to the groups? Because if you're not adding people to the groups, you're not following the system. You're not exposing people to the products or opportunity in order for them to make a buying decision. Number 4 is follow up and close. See, I have a book. I keep track. I have years and years of follow-up books. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're such a boomer. Yes, I still use a physical follow-up book. And I still, by the way, use a physical planner. So yes, I still physically take my planner with me everywhere I go and my follow-up book. Now, I'm sure there's CRMs out there and
This is actually my YouTube schedule. I'm not a boomer, I'm a millennial, but I do that as well. So there's nothing wrong with that, okay? I know my technology very well, but I prefer to write down things. Well, just when it comes to my schedule, everything else is digital for me.
Online calendars, you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just saying, I can tell you how many people. In fact, what's great is I can see, let me flip back earlier this year. So when was this? This is July. So I can see I ATM 20 people here. Now, I don't know if this was over the course of a week, but let's just say this was in the course of a week, I ATM'd 20 people, okay? Out of the 20 people, 6. So I got 6 out of 20. That's a 30% close ratio. That's a great way to keep track of the people you're adding to the groups. If you're not adding people to the groups, there's no close ratio to track. If you're not exposing people to tools, videos, and here's the other thing, you might say, oh my gosh, 30%. My close ratio isn't 30%, John. That's astronomical. But if you ATM'd 100 people within the same time I did 20, even if your close ratio was only 10%, you signed up 10, I only signed up 6. This is why we say it's a numbers game. Do you treat people like a number? Obviously not. If you talk to my team, they will tell you I do not treat them like a number. When I recruit someone and I enroll, I'm following up with them more than they're following up with me, which is always
Cue the inspiring, genuine music.
fascinating. I'm like, how's it going? Did you go through some of the training? Are you ready to do your OMG I did a thing post? Are you ready to do your live launch video? How about an unboxing video? Do you have some key people we can reach out to? Who can we talk to? Who do you know that's motivated, positive? Who do you know that would love to get in shape, lose weight, look younger, feel better, slow down the aging process? Who do you know that could use another income stream? Who do you know that has influence? Who do you know that you can introduce me to because I can help you earn while you learn? Now you might think, why do I have to reach out to them? They just joined they should be reaching out to me. That's not how it works. People don't want to bother you, or they're busy, or they're regretful. They're like, oh my God, I just spent like $400. What did I do? My wife's gonna kill me. My husband's gonna kill me. This is what happens. You have to stay in touch. You have to continue. What is the point of building all these relationships and building a brand and ATMing your face off? And you finally start enrolling customers and enrolling social marketers or ambassadors or affiliates, whatever you call them in your company, right? You finally start to recruit. Once you recruit them, you leave them high and dry. You're like, next, next, next. No. I still follow up with people that I recruited a year ago, 2 years ago. And you might go, yeah, but are they doing stuff? Some of them, yeah, but some of them, no. I will bend over backwards to help someone have success. You should have that mindset too. But you also shouldn't have the mindset.
You're actually bending over backwards so that you keep earning money off of your downline, in my opinion.
That like, I'm a babysitter. If someone's whining and complaining, I'm like, look, yep, you're right, it's hard. You gotta get better. Stop being bitter, get better. Stop being frustrated, get fascinated. Go follow the top people in your company. Go see what they're doing. How are they building? How are they growing? How are they showing up every day? So I add them to the product group because all the testimonials and all the excitement in there. I add them to the opportunity group, watch a 20-minute video. I put them in a chat, introducing them to other leaders on the team. I do it for 2 reasons. 1, I want them to meet other people and hear their stories because facts tell, stories sell. When they meet other people, they're like, oh my gosh, all these awesome people. But number 2, I want them to see the system in action. Because if I tell them, hey, put me in chats and I never put them in a chat, how can I expect them to do something I didn't do with them? You have to get them to do the steps that you took them through. So that's it. That's my process. And then of course, once they join, we have our onboarding website. I give them the login to the web and like go through the training. Let me know when you're ready to start posting. Let me know if you have questions. Who can we talk to? Also, do you have some key people we can talk to in the meantime? Awesome. Put them in chats with me. I'll help answer questions so you can earn while you learn. That's it. That's it. I put every single business prospect in a chat, introducing them to other people. And if I don't, I'll never know if they said no to the opportunity or if they just said no to me. Step 5, this is the biggest, most important step because this is what our business is all about. And that's leadership development, personal development, character development. Like it's all one and the same, right? If you work on you, you become a more positive, a more confident version of yourself. You become a better leader, a better mentor. Like it's hard to lead other people if you can't lead yourself. If you want to build the business of your dreams, this is it. And that fifth step is the development of you.
Oh my god, this was so cringy, so outdated, so useless, considering that we're talking about a business model where the majority of people never make any profit. Statistically proven. All the sources are going to be down below in the description box from the FTC. I'm going to link Modere's income disclosure statement as always, because that's the MLM company that John's a part of. If this is your first time seeing him, but he's a regular on my channel. I'm just going to let you guys leave your thoughts below. This was just ridiculous in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching though, especially if you made it all the way through to the end. Don't forget that you can click that like and subscribe button if you'd like to support my channel. That's a nice free way to do that. And as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.